Welcome back. Nudito brings comfort, hope, and support to children dealing with the most difficult of times imaginable, the diagnosis of a medical condition or the death of a loved one.
They are the only agency of its kind in Arizona, and you can help them simply by enjoying a wonderful night of fashion. Sierra Garcia and Liz McCusker are sitting down with us with all the details for the Tucson Ladies Council 10th anniversary fashion show. So first off, that's an amazing anniversary for us to have. But let's talk a little bit about where the money goes. We're talking about the, Nudito being the only agency of its kind here. So exactly where does that money go to help these children?
Well, and in fact, 90% of every dollar that's donated to Nidito goes directly into program support for these kids who are either themselves seriously ill, have a parent with a serious illness, or are grieving a death loss. So that's a pretty significant amount, and why we're so important and why we need to be here. Last year, we helped over 840 children.
Wow.
And plus their family members.
Wow. And there's several programs to help families.
Right.
And these are some pretty serious issues that we're dealing with. So why is Nudito so important to our community?
I think childhood grief in general is probably a lot more prevalent than people think. 1 in 5 children will experience the death of someone close to them before they turn 18. 1 in 30 will have a parent diagnosed with cancer or another serious medical condition. And 1 in 300 kids will actually be diagnosed themselves. And unresolved grief in itself research has shown that it can cause many complications, physical complications, emotional complications. And Nudito is there to provide the tools for these families to help them work through all of those things that come up, changes in school. Kids feel very isolated and alone when something tragic has happened in their life because none of their other friends are going through the same thing. So our vision at Nudito is that no child grieves alone. And we help change families' lives and give them the tools that they can cope with their grief in a healthy way.
Not only are you a very unique organization that does very important work, but I love that you also incorporate some of those children into this wonderful event that we're doing this weekend, which I think makes it extra special when people come out. Tell me about how the kids are actually going to be a part of this.
So the kids will have a special time to walk the fashion show runway. So there's many components to the event, but the highlight for me, and I think for most of our guests, is before the professional runway show, those kids, accompanied by local celebrities such as yourselves, will be walking down the runway. And when you think about these kids and all of the things that they're going through, this moment is truly a dream come true for them.
I mean, there's celebrities for that moment. It's very, very cool. I know Tina's going to be walking. We have Alex also from our station. It's going to be a beautiful event. What else can we expect?
So lots of exciting things happen at the fashion show. It begins with a fabulous cocktail party. So food and drinks, a silent auction, and then we also have a live auction with all those funds coming back to the programs for those kids. And then the highlight being the kids' runway walk and then moving into the fashion show. And so some of the highlights from the fashion show are it's produced by Paula Taylor, who is really well known for putting on a great event. And then we feature fashions from Tucson as well as LA and New York. And there's going to be fashions from Daniel Esquivel, who was on Project Runway.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's kind of a highlight of the day.
He'll actually be there too.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And of course, all for a great reason. This is why everyone continues to come out, for the 10 years of the run of this. Now, do we know how much money we've actually raised or a ballpark in these 10 years that this show has been going on?
So up until this year, we had raised almost $800,000.
Wow.
So we will be, certainly probably over the $900,000 mark by the end of the event on Saturday.
Amazing. Oh, this is so wonderful. Now, anybody who's watching thinking, oh, I want to go to that. How do we get tickets? Where can we get more information?
So you can go to the Nudito website, which is www.nudito.org, or you can give us a call at 322-9155. Tickets are still available, and we'd love to see you at the event.
I think this is amazing. And of course, it's a milestone being the 10th anniversary. And I know this year we're kind of doing, the 10 years of fashion. I know we have a theme every year.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of different kind of fashions throwing back to the different things that they've shown on the runway over the past 10 years, different decades. And really the theme is 10 years of giving in style, which I think puts it all into perspective.
And I know this year we're actually doing something a little bit different, is people are actually going to be able to take home maybe some of these fashions. We're actually going to roll some of those racks out, and ladies, we get to do some shopping, which is, I think, a great addition to this event.
Yeah, we've listened to the audience, and they said, how can I buy these fashions? I mean, I want to leave the event with these fashions. So after the runway show, the pop-up shops will begin, and you can purchase the fashions right off the runway.
I love it. In this last little bit of time we have, what are you most excited for this event?
I mean, it's always the kids.
Always the kids.
It really is. It's always about seeing those kids, and we have the opportunity of talking to these kids ahead of time and hearing their excitement. We had a little girl who's going to be walking in the runway who this is a dream come true for her, and she was sharing that with us. She's so excited. And the kids get to wear their costumes. So they come out kind of in costumes that they often then wear for Halloween. So it's a really big deal for them.
Well, it's a very special event, and we're so happy to be taking part in it as well. Ladies, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. And again, the Tucson Ladies Council Fashion Show to benefit Nudito is taking place this Saturday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. For more details, you can call 322-9155 or log on to tunadito.org.